Hi, my name is Ron Lehman. I am from the Faux School in Frederick, Maryland, where I teach decorative painting workshops and complete commission projects for clients all around the world. Today, I'm going to show you a fun finish using the Galaxy Wax product to create this very dimensional looking finish. Let's get our tools, let's get our materials, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I've done to get ready for today's technique is I got the surface ready. This is a piece of MDF, medium density fiberboard. It comes from the home improvement store. It is raw, so you have to prime it. Now, before I continue, everything that I'll be using today, the tools and the materials, will be in the description area below the video with links so you can click, purchase, and have it delivered right to the comfort of your own home. All right. So to start with, to prime this, I use Zinsser 123. It's an acrylic interior-exterior primer. Cleans up with soap and water. I applied the first coat with a 3/8 inch nap Mohair Roller because I want it to be as smooth as I can possibly get it. And then I will sand it with 220. I'll apply the second coat the exact same way, sand it again with 220. Then I'll go to my color Tricorn Black from Tricorn Black made in Benjamin Moore's Regal Satin. And the reason I use that is because I want a satin finish. Flat is too porous. It holds the material in place, doesn't let it slide. Semi-gloss makes it slide all over the place, very hard to control. Okay, the tools are going to be super simple today. We're going to need a natural wool sea sponge and a foam brush. The material we're using is Galaxy Wax. All right, this is cleans up with soap and water. Once it's dry, it's really hard to clean up because this is a top coat. You can use this to seal any surface. That's why it also comes in clear. So when it comes in clear, it's a flat satin or semi-gloss. It is a permanent top coat. You can put it over just about anything. It is also breathable. So if you put it over certain type of materials that need to breathe, this will work. However, once this is on the surface, you'll never get it off. You're not going to wipe it off with mineral spirits. You're going to have to sand and grind. The smartest thing to do is sand a little bit and paint over the high adhesion bonding primer. In this case, we're going to use one that's been colored, pigmented from the factory. And I was going to use my blue, but I think I want to use pearl. This is how you get it. It comes in 16-ounce containers. Cleans up soap and water. Permanent. Interior only. I don't know if you can really see what's happening in here yet or not. So we take our sponge. We want it damp, so we put it in a little water. Wring it out. All right. Quick trick. Get yourself a clean rag. Put your sponge inside of it. That'll take any excess out that could very well drip down the surface, and we don't want that. We're going to set you to the side, and we're going to keep it handy because once this if this material dries on this sponge, the sponge is gone. It's toast. All right. Got myself a little palette down here, nothing fancy. Whoops, almost grabbed the wrong one. I'm going to use blue. Blue should be fun. Stir it up. Always stir it up. Want it nice and loose. All right, now I'm going to put some on the plate or palette. And I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to find the area that has a lot of cool interest in it. I don't want it too smooth. I want a little funky and irregular. All right, you're not going to like this. Once we start, we can't stop. Typically, you need a helper on a large wall. Once the air starts getting to it, it's going to start to dry. Now, if you don't put enough on the surface, you're not going to get the effect. Too much, it kind of just melts into itself and turns into a big mess. Yes, you can blend colors together if you want. That's up to you. I'm just showing you a simple way to use it. Sponge in the water so it doesn't get dried out and ruined. Give it a quick couple rinses. Now we're going to take our, see the blue iridescent coming out? Take our foam brush and we're going to take this and put it on the surface. See how it's got that bevel? Right with the bevel. We're going to pull it at this angle across it like so. In a direct diagonal pattern. Now what's happening is as it's drying, and it's starting to dry in spots, some of the material is catching on the surface and some of it is not. But that's what we want. You're going to see what happens. So as it catches on the surface and dries, the loose material will stick to some of that and start to build this fun organic pattern. And literally we just keep doing this until we're happy with the desired finish. But once it's dry, it's dry. You're not going to move it. And you have to practice with this. Don't go do this on a surface without practicing first. Because if you don't know how it reacts, especially in different temperature and humidity, you're not going to be happy. It's fickle. If you put an extender in it, it changes the consistency of the material and it doesn't work the same way. All right. So it's starting to set up. Somebody can be like, yeah, you can do a big wall, but it's hard. Not gonna lie. Or mislead. So I'm gonna keep working. Here it's starting to set up. You can hear kind of making a squeaking sound in certain areas. That's where it's really setting up. But look what's happening. See, it's already dried in certain areas, so the wet material is building upon that. Can you add more as you're going? Absolutely not. Because even though it's starting to set up, what will happen is fresh material will reactivate what's here. It'll make a big hot spot. You'll see it, and it won't look pretty. Got it real thick in a couple spots, but it's all right. As I come down, I can grab some, I put a little more pressure on it and pull it off. Here it's getting dry, so I might just come down here and work that out because I know I don't have a whole lot of time. It's really wet right here, no big deal. Totally dried out here now. A couple wet patches, but that's gonna just help build. And then as you see, or get familiar with it and see what it's doing, and you can realize it's like, oh, I can play with it a little bit here, kind of make it do a little bit more. Biggest thing is to catch as it's drying, not to leave any marks from this guy. And you will see some drag marks in the brush if you're not careful. You don't want that. And as it completely dries, this creamy color will disappear and she'll be blue. All right, what happened there was some of the, as the material's drying, it's getting stuck here and it's creating these little like trails. I don't want that. I don't want to leave any marks. Check it out. Looks like a cloudy sky, right? Oh, wait, I'm getting some fun stuff right in here. I'm going to keep playing. Just a little bit. All right. That's it. Okay, so there you have it. A real cool, fun technique. Yes, it's a little tricky. Yes, it takes time to learn it. You got to get the right balance of material with temperature and humidity, or it's going to be a hot mess. What else? Yeah, does it need a protective top coat? No, I mean, this is pretty durable. You can wipe this. You can't scrub it. I would never recommend scrubbing this finish. So in that case, I would just take the exact same Galaxy Wax clear satin finish and put over top of it. Or that would probably be the best thing to do, and you just take a damp sponge it on. I'll make another video about that. It's a whole different thing. All right, there you have it. A real fun technique that has a lot going on with not a whole lot. Now, meaning not a lot of material. It takes a lot of practice to get it. It's not going to be easy the first time. You're probably not going to get anywhere near this effect. It just happens. Even in the workshops, people get a little frustrated because it takes 2 or 3 samples to get it down. So practice, 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 and not just practice, perfect practice, okay? I'm going to leave everything again in the comments section below here. For the tools and the materials, you can click it, get it shipped right to your house. If you have any questions or comments, ask in the section down below this video, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. Okay, my name is Ron Lehman. I'm from the Faux School in Frederick, Maryland, where I teach decorative painting workshops and complete commission projects for clients all around the world. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.